Number 1. Eating burgers upside down. We need to talk about burger engineering. The standard bun has a major flaw. The top crown is thick and robust, while the bottom heel is thin and weak.
But the bottom
Yet
is
we expect that
flimsy.
wimpy bottom layer to support the entire structural weight of the sandwich. This design ignores basic physics. As soon as you pick up a juicy burger, gravity pulls the grease and sauce downward. The thin bottom bun acts like a sponge, instantly becoming saturated. It turns into a soggy mush and disintegrates, causing the whole structure to fail. The solution is simple: flip the burger upside down. By eating it with the thick crown on the bottom, you place the strongest structural element where the liquid load is heaviest. That thick dome of bread is perfectly capable of absorbing the grease without falling apart. This method also improves the flavor profile. Instead of the delicious juices dripping onto your plate or shirt, they get trapped inside the thick bottom bun. You create a flavor-infused bread layer while the thin bun on top stays dry and keeps your fingers clean. It might feel unnatural at first, and people in the restaurant may stare at you. But while they are struggling with a disintegrating mess and wiping ketchup off their pants, you will be enjoying a mechanically sound and mess-free dining experience. It is a victory of function over form. We have let social norms dictate how we hold a sandwich for too long. In the battle between looking normal and having dry trousers, always choose the dry trousers. Flip the burger and eat like a genius. Number 2, the cupcake sandwich. The traditional cupcake is a design failure. It is vertically challenged and top-heavy. Trying to take a bite requires unhinging your jaw, and you almost always end up with frosting on your nose. Plus, the ratio of cake to icing is completely uneven. Stop eating it like a novice. Treat the cupcake as a kit that requires assembly. Gently grab the bottom half of the sponge cake, the part with no frosting, and give it a slight twist. It is soft, so it will tear away cleanly from the top half. Now take that bottom piece, flip it over, and smash it directly onto the top of the frosting mountain. You have just transformed an awkward tower into a manageable sandwich. The frosting is now the filling contained between 2 protective layers of cake. This creates the golden ratio of flavor in every single bite. You get cake frosting and cake in perfect harmony. You no longer have to suffer through bites of pure sugar followed by bites of dry, boring sponge. It is also infinitely cleaner. You can now hold the dessert like a burger or a cookie without getting sticky fingers. It makes the cupcake portable and easy to eat while walking, driving, or judging people who eat it the old way. It is embarrassing that it took humanity this long to figure this out. We realized the bottom of the cupcake was actually a top bun in disguise. This is the gentleman's way to eat dessert. Stop settling for a messy nose and build the sandwich. Number 3, stabbing Capri Suns from the bottom. The Capri Sun pouch is a masterclass in hostile design. The silver target on top is reinforced foil designed to bend your weak plastic straw into a useless pretzel. We all have childhood trauma from being thirsty and having our only tool fail us. But there is a secret backdoor. Flip the pouch upside down. The bottom gusset is made of thinner, softer material to allow the pouch to expand. It lacks the heavy armor of the top section. When you stab here, the straw glides in with 0 resistance. Not only is it easier to open, but it is mechanically superior. When the straw is at the bottom, gravity naturally pulls every drop of juice down to the opening. You don't have to do that awkward tilt and squeeze dance to get the last sip. It also prevents the juice geyser. When you grab the pouch to stab the top, you naturally squeeze the middle shooting liquid everywhere. By holding the bottom flaps and stabbing there, you aren't compressing the liquid so you stay dry. You have been fighting the packaging your whole life. The solution was just to rotate the problem 180 degrees. Big Juice designed a fortress to keep you out, but they forgot to lock the basement window. This isn't just a life hack, it is sweet revenge. Revenge for every bent straw and stained shirt you suffered on the playground. Next time you see someone struggling, don't help them. Just sip your upside-down juice with superior pity. Number 4, rubber band for strip screws. There is no sound more heartbreaking than the spin of a stripped screw. You applied too much force, wore the metal head down to a smooth crater, and now the screw is stuck. Your screwdriver just polishes the metal instead of turning it. Before you destroy your wall with a drill, go to your kitchen drawer, grab a wide, flat rubber band, place it directly over the stripped screw head. Then insert your screwdriver tip firmly into the rubber band and down into the screw head. Here is the science. The rubber acts as a high-friction gasket. It fills in the microscopic gaps where the metal has been worn away, molding itself to the unique shape of both the driver and the damaged screw. It creates a temporary bond that stops the slipping. Apply slow, steady downward pressure. You will feel the rubber grip the smooth metal. The screw, which seemed welded in place a moment ago, will start to back out. It works on Phillips flathead and even annoying security screws. It is essentially a 2-cent piece of rubber doing the job of a $20 specialized tool. It is efficient, it is practically free, and it makes you feel like MacGyver defeating a complex mechanical problem with a piece of garbage. Hardware stores hate this trick because they want to sell you expensive extractors. Don't let them win. Keep a thick rubber band in your toolbox. It is the undo button of the carpentry world. Number 5. Storing peanut butter upside down. If you buy natural peanut butter, you know the struggle. You open a new jar and find a gross pool of oil sitting on top while the bottom is a brick of dry concrete. Mixing it is a messy workout that ends with oil on your shirt. This happens because of basic density. Peanut oil is lighter than peanut solid, so over time it naturally separates and rises to the top. You are left with 2 unusable layers, liquid mess and dry cement. But you can use physics to fix this. The solution is to store the jar upside down in your pantry. By flipping the jar, you force the oil, which desperately wants to float to the top, to travel through the entire mass of peanut solids to reach the bottom of the jar, now pointing up. During this slow journey, the oil naturally reincorporates into the dry solids. You are essentially using gravity as a slow-motion whisk. It is an automated mixing process that happens while you sleep, ensuring every particle is hydrated. When you are ready to make a sandwich, simply flip the jar right side up and open it. The oil will be at the bottom, now the top, and the butter will be perfectly creamy and consistent throughout. No stirring required. Just make sure that lid is screwed on tight or you will have a delicious disaster. Think of gravity as an unpaid employee. Why break your wrist stirring concrete when you can let the earth do the work for you? Number 6. Opening clamshell packaging. Wrap rage is a real medical condition caused by trying to open hard plastic clamshells. We attack them from the top with the knives and scissors, often resulting in sliced fingers. You are fighting a battle you were designed to lose. Manufacturers reinforce the top because that is where the package hangs on hooks and where thieves try to rip it open. They put all their armor on the front gate, but they often ignore the back door, leaving the bottom vulnerable. Flip the package over. The plastic at the bottom seam is often thinner and the seal is weaker. You can use a regular can opener to slice the edge or just use scissors. It cuts like butter compared to the reinforced top. Once you cut the bottom seam, the structural integrity of the package fails. You can simply slide the product out like a drawer or peel the layers apart effortlessly. You turn a 5-minute struggle into a 10-second task. I tested this on a memory card package, the hardest packaging known to man. From the top, it was a dangerous war. From the bottom, it was a breezy victory with zero risk of injury. You are essentially outsmarting the corporation. They spent millions designing anti-theft packaging, assuming everyone would attack from the top. By going for the bottom, you bypass their security system. Just make sure you pay for it first. Number 7. The self-cleaning blender. Cleaning a blender is a nightmare. You have to stick your hand into a narrow pitcher filled with sharp blades trying to scrub off dried gunk. It is a recipe for sliced fingers and frustration. Stop working so hard. The machine is designed to create violent turbulence. Use that to your advantage. Immediately after pouring out your smoothie, fill the blender halfway with warm water and a drop of dish soap. Put the lid on and hit high. The blender creates a powerful vortex. The soapy water is forced into every tiny crevice under the blades and up the sides with hydraulic force. It is a high-pressure car wash for your jar. If you have stubborn dried gunk, throw in a few ice cubes. The ice acts like 1,000 tiny scrubbing brushes, physically scraping the sides clean before melting away. It removes the stuck-on bits that soap alone can't move. Dump it out, rinse it, and you are done. It takes 30 seconds, gets the blender cleaner than you ever could by hand, and most importantly, you get to keep all your fingers attached to your body. This is proof that being lazy is sometimes the smartest option. Why work hard when you have a machine designed to create tornadoes sitting on your counter? Let the robot do the dirty work while you enjoy your drink. Number 8. Reheating pizza on the stove. Putting leftover pizza in the microwave is a crime. It turns the crust into rubber and the cheese into lava. The oven takes too long and dries it out. The solution is a frying pan and a little water. Place your cold slice in a nonstick skillet over medium-low heat. The direct heat drives out the moisture that the crust absorbed in the fridge, reversing the sogginess and returning the bottom to its original crispy glory. Now for the magic, pour a teaspoon of water into the hot pan away from the crust and immediately slam the lid on. You trap a cloud of superheated steam inside, creating a stovetop pressure cooker effect. This creates a dual cooking environment. The direct heat continues to crisp the bottom while the moist steam melts the cheese and warms the toppings gently. It is a sauna for the top and a grill for the bottom. After 2 minutes, lift the lid. You will see bubbling cheese and sizzling pepperoni. When you take a bite, you get an audible snap from the crust. It isn't just reheated, it is resurrected, often tasting better than the original delivery. Once you try this, you will never go back. Using a microwave on pizza is an act of disrespect. Treat your leftovers with the dignity they deserve. Give them a steam bath and they will reward you with perfection. Number 9. The bell pepper unroll. Cutting a bell pepper. The traditional way is a mess. You slice it in half and suddenly thousands of tiny white seeds cling to your knife, your hands, and your cutting board. Stop fighting the seeds. Treat the pepper like a geometric cylinder. Slice off the top and bottom first. Now you have a tube. Make one vertical slit down the side. This simple preparation sets you up for the perfect surgical extraction. Now simply unroll the pepper. Run your knife along the inside as you flatten it out. The entire core membrane and seed cluster stays attached to the stem in the middle while you peel away the clean flesh in one piece. It is basically a C-section for a vegetable. You remove the edible flesh without disturbing the messy innards. The seed cluster remains perfectly intact, attached to the stem, ready for the trash without spilling a single grain. Now you are left with a perfectly flat sheet. Cutting a round slippery pepper is dangerous, but a flat sheet submits to your knife. You can stack them and slice them into uniform strips with the speed and safety of a professional chef. It turns a messy, frustrating chore into a moment of geometric satisfaction. You eliminate the mess and the risk of cutting yourself. Save the seeds for the trash can, not your stir-fry. Number 10. The sideways cheese grater. You have been using your box grater wrong. Standing it up like a tower and scraping cheese against it is inefficient. The cheese flies out the other side, scattering all over your counter and floor. Here is the secret lay that bad boy on its side. It feels wrong, but physics is on your side. When the grater is horizontal, gravity pulls the cheese shreds down into the box instead of spraying them outward. It collects itself neatly inside. It also gives you better leverage. Instead of awkwardly pushing forward and hoping the tower doesn't tip over, you can use your body weight to press down. It is more stable, faster, and requires less muscle power. And that tiny nub of cheese at the end. When the grater is sideways, you can use your flat palm to push it through safely. No more scraping your knuckles and adding human skin as a secret ingredient to your nachos. When you are done, the grater acts as its own bucket. You just lift it up, tilt it over your bowl, and dump the payload. It is a zero-loss transfer system that makes you feel strangely professional compared to the mess of the old way. It keeps your kitchen clean and your knuckles intact. Your floor won't look like a mouse buffet anymore. We spend so much life fighting our tools when we should be working with them. Subscribe for more ways to outsmart inanimate objects.